What is up, guys? It is your boy Speeder, and today we are back with another episode of Guess the Rank. If you don't know what this series is, it is the series where you smash the like button. No, but in all seriousness, I look at your games, you guys submit them to the YouTube community tab. Yes, the YouTube community tab. I take a look at your games, I see what you're doing right, I see what you're doing wrong, and then based upon that, I have to guess your rank, and yeah, let's get right into it. Guys, I also wanted to let you know of a couple more things that are going on the gameleap website. I've been putting in a lot of work as of late, recently created a CM course I'm very happy with, and the most important thing I'm excited to announce, which is not actually the first time announcing it, I think I said it in one of the past videos, is I'm recording the coaching sessions, all my private, not all, a large majority of my coaching sessions upcoming, and we're going to be posting them to the gameleap website. So you're going to get free sessions that usually cost quite a bit of money. You get them for free over on this site, you know, as long as it applies to your role, and trust me, there'll be a lot of different roles. It should help you get to Immortal, and I hope to see you guys there, so go sign up down below. Alright, so first off, we got our first mission, probably going to be looking at 4 or 5 games here today. We have Goose on the Necrophos. Yeah, let's take a look. So first things first, I gotta say, man, this item, like, why? Ghost Scepter? I mean, I see why you have a Ghost Scepter, right? The enemy team, they got a lot of, God, that was literally the worst timed Astral of all time. But the enemy team does have a lot of right-click damage. However, I still would advise you to buy like one more small item for rushing Radiance. I'm guessing you rush Radiance. I can't imagine you went Ghost Scepter into Radiance. But yeah, I definitely would pick up more stats or like a Hood of Defiance, something like that, just to time you over for the early game. Or you know, Yules, because that's going to help you win the early game fights, right? That's the problem with rushing Radiance on certain heroes. It's just, you can delay your timings. But team fight coming out here. You guys are trying to go high ground. So the main thing I would focus on, well, is a couple things. Is Rosh alive? That's always the first question, right? Roshan, it's alive. The question I ask is, why are you guys not killing it? Please, please, if you're trying to gain MMR and you want to go high ground, go kill Rosh. Go kill Rosh. Don't walk up the high ground. Bait the enemy team out. Type in all chat, let's Rosh. Like, no joke, guys, this is the new strat. I'm telling you right now. Type in all chat, open it up real quick like this. Send. You're gonna win your games. I literally just invented the future. I invented the future because you want the enemy team to fight you outside of their base. Holy, this Dark Willow is in their fountain. The 4-staff out though. Damn! It's actually a pretty farm Dark Willow. Good on him, good on him. Alright, so you're going for the Shivas next. Popping salves. I guess there's shovel salves, so that makes sense. But like, yeah, just go take Rosh. You even have a Weaver. You have Weaver and Ogre. So easy. Oh, this is terrible. Good Astral from your guy, but, you know, otherwise you would have died instantly. So you pop your W, pop your Q, pop your Wand. Wand. Okay, you really need to Wand. And whenever you're in Ghost Shroud, you should instantly pop your Wand as well. So, not gonna lie, you obviously have some mana problems. What talents did you take as well? That's fine. But you obviously have some mana problems, and I think that's largely because of the items you're buying. You literally casted all your spells and didn't have enough mana for them. Like, surely there's a problem there, right? Like, you can't cast your ultimate unless you pop your wand, which you also forgot to do, which is definitely a big mistake, considering you're Ghost Shrouded. That's a mistake you can't afford to make on Necro. It doubles the healing, nearly doubles the healing. 75%, right? So, I mean, there's not too much for me to say about that team fight. Just the pure fact that your items are this bizarre and that you didn't pop your wand is definitely a bit concerning to me and kind of, you know, it makes you drop some points. But let's get into the next fight. All right, so apparently there's another fight coming up in a second here. You said the fight was at 29-27. What? Is this the team fight? Is it you team fighting neutral camps? What the? All right, you know what? Let's just move on. All right, so it looks like there might be a fight breaking out here. The double Astral from the OD. You do have to be a bit careful. I don't love the fact that you just casually walk in melee range. What the? What the? Damn! My man just said, skadoosh. For all of you saying, oh my god, I'm gonna go try these items so I can one-shot the enemy team, just as a heads up, it doesn't come online until this point. That's not fully true, the Axe sort of comes online, but I'm not a fan of this build, really. It's mediocre. Alright, here you should just ulti this guy. W, okay. Whew. Good timing on the W, to be fair. Good timing. You should just ulti this guy. You better ulti him. Alright, nice. Okay, I think I'm ready to guess your rank. Honestly, this game's just clunky. It's just absurdly clunky. Like, you can tell when things are this cheesy and working, it's just a low MMR game, you know what I mean? Like, there's no other way for me to put it. I don't think this is that low. Your CS isn't terrible. It's not bad, but like, dude, Roshan is just not dying, so this has got to be at least below Legend. Like, if people never take Roshan, I'm like, okay, it's below Legend. Just, it's like a fact. But okay, I'm gonna say that this is I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna say this is what? Crusader 5. Crusader 5. And Goose is... Goose, where you at? Oh, okay. Looks like it was about right. Where's Goose? You are Archon 3. Okay, so I definitely guessed a little bit on the lower end. I was about right, though. Only 3 stars off, so yeah. If I was you, I would definitely... You know, I couldn't look at your entire game, but careful about your positioning on the high ground. You should have died every single time. The enemy team's just kind of trash. You guys got to kill Roshan and buy better items. This is... Guys, we're getting into our second game. Please, guys, just go watch some pros and pay attention to how they cast their spells. Like... There's literally... Okay, so we're watching all action is reaction. Thanks for submitting your game. You actually submitted a game that is not more than a week old. Right, guys? You cannot submit games that are older than a week, which I'll specify in the future posts. But nonetheless, dude, you can't cast your spells like this. Like, wait, does this guy have grip? Oh, he's level 5. Level 5 at minute 12? Oh. What the heck? Why does he have a broom handle in his backpack? Holy, what is happening? Oh, God. Alright, nonetheless, I was about to go to your... You didn't give me an exact timestamp, so I have to obviously go around and try to find some fights. And I just watched literally the first 3 seconds of this fight, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to criticize. What is this remnant? What is this remnant? What is this remnant? How is this good? How do you think this is good? I've never seen a pro make any play close to this. The reason why is because, number one, your axe, your Blink Dagger axe, and your Oracle... God, this is so low, Mar. 44 CS in minute 12 on axe. What? They're across the map. You have 2 teammates across the map. This guy has 1,600 gold saved up. Your Witch Doctor's in the base. He has 2 points in Voodoo Restoration. God, this is Herald. And then your Life Stealer, who, you know, is actually pretty farmed, I will be honest. He's pretty farmed. You know, I guess he's kind of ready to fight, but, like, this is not a play to be made, man. Also, 1 Remnant is 1/4 of your mana. 1/4! You can't lead a fight with 1/4 of your mana. And then you slight chain this guy, but why? I'm gonna make this very simple for all you Ember players. If you max out Flame Guard, the purpose of slight chains is to keep people in your Flame Guard. You should not be leading with slight chains when it's a level 1 chains. It is complete waste. This is something you do in the mid game because Syrian Chains is lower cooldown, so is Sleight of Fist, and you often have to stay more so on the outside of the fight. But early game, you're fairly tanky, you have high armor, you have good stats compared to the other heroes in the game, so you want to use your Flame Guard. But yeah, you close the gap with these 3 spells, and now you have 0 mana. Good Invis rune usage, but frankly, this is just cheesy. It's not how you want to lead off the fight. It's just a bad fight in general. Your team is literally across the map. It seemingly is working out. This is once again not how you use Remnant. Remnant is not a damage spell in the early game. You're playing around your Flame Guard. You maxed it out, right? You generally, in Dota, you play around your maxed out spells. So, like, you shouldn't be just Remnanting like this. You should chain them, maybe, to keep them on top of you. Oh, this is so sloppy. Like, it seemingly works out, kind of. Could have been so much better, though. It works out. That's just because this enemy team is... I mean, you guys have 4k lead and you have like 3 CS. Oh my god, this is Herald. 65 CS is the highest in 13 minutes? What? What? Alright, let's look at one more fight. Alright, so we're 22 minutes in, 107 at 22. Not good. Leading with chains in this case is okay because you have it maxed out. You do have some mana problems though, which is, you know, not too good. You definitely should Remnant and go back to base. Okay, you kind of do it. It's a bit of a weird place to put it, though. You're like, team, help me. You're like, guys, I threw my Remnant in their fountain. Save me. The enemy team's not paying attention. You could go back to it now. You have 4k gold, buy an item. BKB. Okay. Pick up a BKB. Once again, terrible usage of the Remnant. They're not going to go anywhere. You don't need to get on top of them that quickly. Alright, you get gripped. Okay. At least you hit your slight chains. That's good. Easy. Alright, I'm ready to guess. This is like, I'm gonna say this is like, it's not actually Herald. I think it's the one above Herald, which is Guardian. I'm gonna say this is Guardian 4. Does that mean, like, because you are hitting your spells and these items are pretty reasonable. They're not that bad. I mean, they're like meh. I probably wouldn't buy them, but the gameplay is just, the spell usage is just a 2 out of 10, to be honest. Like, it's really not a 2 out of 10. I'm being a bit much, but okay, I'm gonna say you're Guardian 4. Here we go. You are, where you at? Where you at? Oh! Yikes. Oh wow, okay, what the heck is this game? You have a Guardian 1 support. Is this really what these games look like? How do y'all not learn to carry these games? What the? I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Don't hate me, don't hate me. But obviously I'm here to help you guys learn, so yeah, he has a lot of mana issues for good reasons. He needs to push in a lot more waves. Yeah, that's that's all for this clip. Go to a side lane. Why does everyone ever play in side lanes? Look at the map. You have 18 CS in 18 minutes, and you maxed out Nature's Grasp. Guys, go to side lanes. I know you probably are saying, Speed, what are you talking about? I'm just watching this game, right? Because I obviously go through the game so I can find the team fights. This is a team fight oriented episode. You haven't picked up on that. But if you're playing Treant, go to a side lane. Like, there's constantly farm there. Any TP in here? All right, let's take a look. Looks like you're just gonna be farming it up. Might set up on this animage here. You need to pop your stick. Does this guy have chrono? What? Dude, why didn't you overgrowth? What? You had overgrowth. Why didn't you use it? There's no way this guy's a Manta. He's actually pretty farmed. This animage is actually pretty farmed. But, I mean, yeah, you know your Void's TPing in. All you should do right now is click on your Void, say, oh, does he have chrono? Or you look at this thing, right? It's like, oh, he has chrono. He has the green thingy. My guy has chrono. I should ulti, right? So here you should ulti. Instead of using your level 1 Leech Seed, which does negative damage to any mage, you really should overgrowth them. So, definitely a mistake there. They get the kill anyway, but obviously you don't want to take those chances. That was definitely not the play. But hey, you're farming now. Big manning upcoming. Okay, Troll's just dead. Did he have ulti? What the? What is he buying now? A Midas? What the? What are you guys doing? Why does this guy have level 1 March? He's trying to jungle with level 1 March. Is this guy a support? He's got to be a support. Yeah. This is like some Ford Tinker. God, what is this low pry? Look at these team comps. Is this a low pry? He definitely sent me a low pry game. Oh, you're dead now. Okay, let's just go to the next team fight. Alright, so we got a team fight coming up here. By the way, I do appreciate that you send me a losing replay, so all respect to you. I even forgot to say your name, Serpico. Thank you very much for submitting your game, I respect that. So here, you know, okay, farming it up. I can respect this. You are under reward, so you gotta be careful. Uh-oh, there's an Invis troll running at you. Okay, so here you see this troll. Couple mistakes going on. I mean, definitely gotta fix your reaction time. It is taking you forever to use your E. Like, right when your Void gets gone on you, have to instantly cast your E. Like, this should instantly be an E onto him, so... Takes you way too long, you know, after all, it is a global spell, so you definitely want to instantly E him a bit earlier. And then, yeah, you should have ultied a bit earlier to prevent the troll from getting on top of your Void. You could have saved your Void, but hey, you ulti nonetheless. This is definitely some janky spell casting. Ugh. It's just like clunky. This is just clunky. What I mean by that is, like, if you're gonna ulti and buy Meteor Hammer, just cast a Meteor Hammer. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna ulti here, just cast a Meteor Hammer, man. You know? Like, I know this whole shenanigans happens, but it doesn't matter. Just the fact that you didn't even consider casting it gives me kind of weird vibes, because you should cast it, you know? Like, there's no reason not to. Oh, God. Is that gonna hit the Huskar? Yeah, alright. I mean, just kind of bad reactions. It took you way too long to use Living Armor. You didn't Meteor Hammer after the ulti. You honestly didn't even have to ulti in the first place, because your Void was already dead. You could have just kited out and waited for the troll to ulti or chase further. So, let's look at one more. Alright, and let's get into our last team fight clip coming up here. First things first, man, please don't buy Aghanim Scepter on Treant. Please, please, please. Just buy, like, look at the enemy team. Go buy some Glimmer or Force Staff and kite them out. If you kite them out, you'll win the fight. You don't need an axe, dude. You don't need an axe. It costs so much gold. Just buy a Glimmer and a Ghost Scepter, a Glimmer and a Force Staff. You'll do so much better. So you drop the ulti here. Considering this guy is Manta, this is just not a good ulti, really. Like, you have to know who you can and cannot ulti now. How does this guy get hit by all this stuff? How is that possible? You just Manta blink out? He blinks out, but it looks like he's... Where is he? What is Animage doing? Oh my god! Okay, let's just pay attention to your fighting. So, couple things. You need to be careful a bit about your positioning. So you go in here, once again, you should just E up your Void preemptively, which you do now. Okay, that's good. So you're overextending pretty hard here. I guess you wanted to finish off the slow HP hero, but really that's not your job. You know, as a support, you don't want to overextend to finish off someone who's low, unless, like, it's really important or you have some long-range spell. So that was a bit questionable, because now you overextend a bit. Doesn't end up getting you punished, so you should cast your Q here. Okay, solid Q. At this point, you could just punch. Like here, I would definitely just start punching. Okay, good E. Need the W. Should drop the Meteor Hammer at this point. I would Meteor Hammer. Just good. Okay, that's not the time. Oh, what's happening? Oh, no! Don't cast it like that. You need to cast it in a straight line across. Alright, you should W the troll or E yourself. Pick one! Nah, make up your mind! Ugh, this is hard to watch. You could have used both. Like here, you should instantly W the troll and then E yourself. You would have bought so much time. Oh, my god, troll would have died because he would have had to overextend for you. Now he kills your entire team, doesn't he? Oh, dude. Dude, you could have... Dude. Alright, we're gonna end the clip there. You could have gotten that troll kill if you cast your spells faster. Whew. Alright, and based upon all of those fights, I'm gonna take my guess. Here we go. I'm gonna say... Serpico, you know, a couple things off here and there. I'm gonna say that you are Guardian 5. Guardian 5 is my final answer. Serpico is... Herald 4. Okay. You know, I definitely think you gotta work on a lot of your spell casting, but if you get that down, you'll be in a pretty good spot. Alright, so let's get into the next clip. Alright, and last but not least, we have DNA on the Rubik. And yeah, first things first, I love what you got going here. Only thing I would say is I'd personally buy a wand. And I've been watching through your gameplay, and this is a tip for everyone. If you're playing a 4 hero, you want to play around your spikes, right? You want to make plays when you hit spikes. So right now, he stole Shadow Realm earlier, which is the Dark Willow W. It's maxed out, so that's obviously a lot of damage, especially with Arcane Supremacy. So he stole that, and he stole Techi's Mines, and now he stole, in my opinion, what is like one of the best spells you can steal on Rubik in the game, which is Dragon Slay. And you're kind of just sitting mid and farming, and that's what I don't like. I'm all about farming on support, so you guys know that. I said that in my videos, but when you hit a power spike, or let's say you have Fiend's Grip or Witch Doctor Ultier, 2 nukes on Rubik, right? Because this is the major spike of Rubik. This is the strongest you can basically ever get on Rubik. I know you guys are saying, well, what if I have an Aghanim Scepter and a Octarine Core and a Refresh Orb and I steal Blackholm? Then am I stronger than that? Yeah. Alright, man. We get it. No, I'm kidding. But hopefully you guys get the point, right? You really need to make sure you're playing active around your spikes, right? So if I get 2 nukes like this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get my mana back. Maybe I'll even go back to base instead of shipping out all these clarities. And I'm going to make a play, right? Because I don't want to, like, literally you won't get much stronger than this. So the fact that you're being so passive when you're this strong is a problem, right? It's like some Sven hitting a BKB timing and then farming for the next 30 minutes, right? Like, you can show up to a fight, right? You're not that weak. So you're also constantly out of mana. You really need a stick, and you need to just go back to base more, and you'll have a better time. So yeah, because you're definitely running out of mana. Good spell casting overall. You're just out of mana, so definitely would consider a stick and would go back to base. Like, don't be afraid to go back to base if you're 100 mana instead of like spending 250 gold on clarities. But nonetheless, you're doing a lot of farming, which is good. This definitely gives me a sign of like a generally high MMR game, but the lack of fighting scales you down to like maximum ancient, because you can't get to divine and immortal in my opinion. Maybe you could get to divine, but it's hard to get to immortal if like you hit that hard of a spike and don't do anything with it. You guys see what I'm saying? Like, you don't have that many opportunities to necessarily be the strongest hero in the game, especially as a support like he is this game. Because I would argue when he has Dragon Slay, he might be the strongest hero. Especially right now, he is probably the strongest hero on the map, and I'm not just saying that. Like, this is a great Aether Lens timing, so clap it up to you. I love that you're farming. Just hopefully you guys see my point. Now let's scale in the team fights after that very long tip. This is a lot of farming. You're taking what I say to the extreme, which I kind of respect, but at the same time, be careful, because you're out of mana a lot of the time. Like here, you need to pop that clarity much earlier. Okay, let's hop right into it. All right, I want to get into one more team fight, and honestly, I hate to sound like a broken record, but dude, like, there's a couple things you got to fix. You either need to just go back to base, or you need to pop the clarities a bit earlier. You generally take like 5 to 10 seconds to pop them when they end, and you need to fix that. Or you need to go back to base, because like you're casting your spells quite well in the fight. You're not too good about Fade Bolting. I would say you're like a 7 or 8. It's not perfect, but it's good. Like even, like there you could have Fade Bolted slightly earlier. The steal is good though. Kiting out is good. Miss a stun, but that's all right. Hero, I'd probably put down a ward. Awesome. Like, I love a lot of the things you're doing. The stun, you're overextending a bit. This movement is subpar. So basically what I mean by that is you don't want to be walking into your opponent. I see this a lot with spellcasters, where people will be like, oh, they're right in front of me, and then they walk forward to cast their spell, and they end up next to their opponents. Like right here, you see how you click right there? You don't want to do that. You just want to like stop your hero by clicking whatever your stop key is minus tab. So I just click tab a bunch. And then you cast your spell, because you sort of walk into him here, and this is bad positioning now, right? Now you've overextended, and here you wanted to cast Fade Bolt much earlier, but you don't have mana. So like, yeah, you really need to be casting your Fade Bolt, but you kind of can't, so. All right, let's get over into our last team fight of the game. More positioning issues definitely to discuss here. So you Fade Bolt, awesome. Connects onto the techies, great, leading with Fade Bolt. Clap it up. Remember guys, if you have low cooldown nukes, whether or not you're playing Lina, Wyvern, Rubik, doesn't matter, get those nukes out, right? Get them off cooldown. As long as you have mana for it, get them off cooldown. Also, I love the Clumsy Net, great item. The only thing I would say here is, once again, bit of a position issue. So it's okay for you to stay back here, right? You don't want to go for a lift under a tier 2 tower. It's too deep, right? So here, you should just honestly stay back and wait for them to jump. So they jump, this Witch Doctor is committing suicide, which makes me believe this is definitely not Immortal, probably not High Divine. It's just such bad positioning, like, woof, woof. Also, your Storm is not close to you guys, which is, in general, this play is just bad. I don't know why you guys are diving at tier 2 again. Just go take Roche or push in a side lane and smoke across. But positioning issues here. So you kind of get caught out. You lead in with your Fade Bolt. The lift is, He has no spells, so there's really... Basically, you only want to lift someone if you're trying to kill them, or they threaten you, right? In this case, your team isn't really trying to kill him, and he can't kill you because he casted all his spells, so it's really not a good lift. It's kind of just a waste. Now here, once again, you have this issue where you want to cast your spell, and you walk in. You have to stop walking in. You're getting yourself killed, and it's killing your positioning. Like, your positioning is good. Like, for everyone watching, DNA's positioning it's good, but it's not great. Right? Because every single time he goes to cast a spell like Fade Bolt or Dragon Slave, he ends up like walking into the enemy team. Like right here, you put yourself in a position to get stunned. Now, fortunately, the Lina is just drunk or something, and you technically bait them in. But just be careful about that. It can get you killed for sure. Okay. You should use your E. Taking you... that was pretty questionable. It took you way too long to cast the E on this guy. You should instantly steal here and E him. Because honestly, this guy should have solo killed you. He should have E'd you, then W, then ultied you, and could have killed you, but... You need to ult him much earlier. E him much earlier here. Took you way too long. And Fade Bolt. Bit of an issue there. Remember, guys, gotta Fade Bolt much earlier. Because it already could be on a, 3-second cooldown? And then you'd have it right here, another Fade Bolt, right? And it's all about keeping them going. The more you can get off, the better. Okay, good lift. E. Okay, you gotta be a bit better about the E's. And yeah, the last thing I would say, because you're doing pretty well. Like, I definitely feel like this is like Ancient 3 or 4 in terms of spellcasting. But the fact where the fight is taking place, just so bad. I know that happens in Ancient games, but it's just terrible, you know? You gotta get your team to push in top, and then like Roche, or go to here, kill this wave, and then smoke to like here. You'll find a kill every time. But okay, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that was educational. You learned. Oh wait, I didn't even guess the rank. Oh, what am I saying? Okay, and I think Rubik's rank, I'm gonna say Ancient 1. I think this is Ancient 1. The whole like diving though gives me such bad vibes, but you're playing so well, so I'm gonna say this is Ancient 1. And you are, oh, you're Legend 1. Oh, wow, okay. Nah, I mean, if you can get your team to make better plays, and you can fix a bit of your positioning issues, and your mana issues, I think you're gonna gain MMR. You got some minor inefficiencies there that are gonna get you killed in higher MMR games, but if you can fix that, I think you'll definitely gain MMR. Definitely. Awesome, man. All right, thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. And remember, submit your clips that are less than a week old in the YouTube community tab. Peace. Before you leave, just want to say a quick message. If you're trying to get better at Dota or you just enjoyed that video, I know this is pretty general, and you're going to hear this quite a bit from me, but I recommend you sign up to gameleap.com. Why? Because I put a lot of effort into the content over there, and generally the effort I do there is different from the content you're going to see here on YouTube. It is different. In fact, I usually go a lot more in depth on topics or into niche topics that help you get to the next level even faster. Because on YouTube, I often have to keep it more mainstream. And that's even why I'm putting it at the end of this YouTube video. That's why this is at the end, because a lot of people just watch 5 minutes, they skip through just for like the dopamine spike. But if you are interested in actually getting better at Dota, I recommend you go to the description down below, get your discount right now by clicking the link, sign up, use the discount code that you're going to see there. And I hope to see you there right now. So click it. And yeah, thanks for watching.